there, I'm Amy Lee Miller, and today I want to talk about a success habit that sounds simple and easy, but it can actually be quite challenging for most people. It was for me for a long time too, and likely we're all going to have moments of where this is a challenging thing, and that is just being ourselves. And anytime you're not being yourself, when you peel back a layer, the reason is always fear-based. Fear that you might not fit in, fear that you might not get moved forward in the interview process, fear that you might upset your family member, fear that a relationship you value or think you should value might end. But here's the thing, yourself is your calling card. And I bet you, if you think about it, that the people you like, respect, and admire most are extra themselves. They are 1000% themselves, and you like them because you can see the real them because they are showing it. For example, let's take Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful. So lots of people love him, lots of people probably don't love him. He's a Canadian businessman, investor, television personality, wildly successful. And he likely got his ironic nickname, Mr. Wonderful, because of how direct he is, and some people would say rude. But this ended up being his calling card. This is what he is known for and loved for, and of course, not everybody's going to love him. But we're not all going to align with the same people and opportunities, and that's a good thing. So the way that you can best align with the people and opportunities that are meant for you is to be the real you. I understand, and I talk about that. I understand how challenging this can sometimes be, and this is why I talk about it a lot, because I really struggled with this in my own personal life for most of my life. So it's interesting. I didn't struggle with this in my professional life. I was very confident always in that area. Once I got my career going, I just believed in myself. I spoke up. I just, didn't take any crap or whatever. And I didn't worry if somebody didn't like, how I was or what I had to say, and or how my process, how I did things. And as a result, things kept working out for me and keep working out for me. Meaning, by working out, meaning that I align with the opportunities and the people in my professional life, that I'm meant to align with. But in my personal life, I had some work to do, and it wasn't until like decades later that I realized that I actually wasn't being my true self out of fear that I wouldn't be liked. So I'm probably a few octaves down from Mr. Wonderful. But I'm very direct, and I love being very direct. It's the only way that I know how to be. I just think it's the most efficient way to be. I think it's funny. I never want to hurt anybody's feelings, but direct, honest communication is faster. It's clearer. It creates, less problems and greater efficiency. So I think that it's the right way to be. For me, it's the right way. But for years, I tried to not be that because a lot of people are uncomfortable with that. A lot of people are uncomfortable with confrontation, and not that I want to come out and be all confrontational, but if there's an issue, I want to look right at the issue and I want to resolve it. That's the only way to do it, so that's me. But anyway, for years, I tried to not be that way, and as a result, I was very unhappy, because what happens when we're not being ourselves is there's no connection. So and that's why I felt empty would be the word, because I had friends, I had people that liked me and wanted to be around me, but when I spent time with them, I didn't feel any connection. It just didn't really feel good. And this decision to be less myself, of course, stemmed from childhood and family. So many, was deeply ingrained. But once I identified, this is the problem, this is making me feel really bad, and decided to change it and do the scary thing and say, what, I'm just going to be me regardless of, whatever. Oh my gosh, I started to feel so much happier. And there was a time, maybe a long time, where I just didn't really spend time with people, too many people, because it is much less lonely to spend time by yourself, with yourself, getting to know yourself, doing the things that you feel like that you enjoy, than it is to spend time with people with whom you're not connecting. That's a very lonely feeling, and here's why. It's not just because they're not connecting with you and you're not connecting with them. It's because you're actually denying yourself. You're dishonoring yourself. Think about it. When we choose to stay in the company of others with whom we don't align, in jobs that we hate, that we just don't feel good, we're denying our own emotions. We're saying it's not okay for you to feel this way, so we're not accepting ourselves. And that is why that is such a lonely feeling, because you're denying yourself. So when you stay around people or in a situation that doesn't feel right to you, you're ignoring your instincts, you become the person who's mistreating you. So don't do it. Stop it. It is hard, but once you do the scary thing and decide to just be yourself in whatever area in your life you might be struggling with that, it will get easier. And then what happens is the space clears a little bit, and so I spent some time alone, but then I started attracting people into my life that loved me for the real me, and that felt really, really good. And yeah, I just connected with friends who I could be my direct self with. They were direct with me, and as a result, guess what? We had a connection. And so then I found that connection that I was looking for. So yes, I challenge you to be yourself. Once you do, and I'm sure you are in some areas of your life, but if there's some area that you feel out of alignment, you are likely ignoring your instincts and denying yourself. So be yourself, and you're going to start to feel much happier, and because you're honoring yourself. So I'm asking you, is it go time? All right, thanks for watching. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.